Might grab me some Chick-fil-A, have me some lunch on that frame right there, dude. Nothing. Spotless. For tomorrow, the first thing I'm doing is hopping underneath the Raptor here and just dialing in the underneath of the truck pretty much. I mean, I have everything else dialed in, the interior, got all that nasty Armor All stuff wiped off, and got the outside washed off too because it was covered in bugs from the desert and whatnot. So now it's starting to feel kind of like my truck because having somebody else's grime all over it kind of felt like I was driving somebody else's truck. And also too, having their choice of wheels on it, I finally have my own choice of wheels and tires on here now. But yeah, it needs some major TLC up in here on the frame and the suspension components and whatnot. It is all just covered in filth, which has probably been there for the life of the truck. Got some new stuff from Amazon here in the back seat, so let's do some unboxing right now real quick and see what we got. Wagner 915E from Amazon had insane reviews, so I went and got it. A couple of drill brush attachment sets right here for the impact to take some of the time and labor out of scrubbing down there. This right here I'm pretty excited to try out because I've been seeing this thing all over the gram, and it's, I mean, there's a bunch of brands you can go with, but same concept as this right here. It's a handheld like mini blower, 150,000 RPMs, the Violent turbofan. We're gonna bust it open and try it out. Oh, whoa, oh my gosh. Back home now, and this thing is freaking insane. For how small it is, dude, it's freaking nuts. May as well just pull out the whole garage. All right, so before I pull in the garage, let's get one final good look of what we got going on under here really quick. All clapped out. It is probably been on there for a minute. All that stuff's probably been on there for I'm sure this chassis has never been cleaned since day one. So yeah, man, it's in need of some love and care for sure. Now I know I've already done the back, but I want to kind of fine tune it. Wow. Wow, that is crazy. Dude, love it. So I called the previous owner and he told me, he's like, yeah, dude, I've not cleaned anything in the wheel well or underneath the truck at all in the entirety of the ownership of the vehicle. There we go. And yeah, dude, a little steam and bam, give it that hot toi. Looking, oh my gosh, so much better. Might grab me some Chick-fil-A, have me some lunch on that frame right there, dude. Nothing, spotless. I gotta go back at it one more time because it's not perfect. There's a lot of nooks and crannies, like up in there and stuff, like all the little, like just little tight areas, but that's also where the steam kind of shines because you can kind of just get up in there and hit it with steam and not have to worry about getting your rag in there and whatnot, because a lot of hard to reach areas in there and whatnot. But I mean, for one round of just straight steam, that's looking pretty good. Also going to finish out, oh my gosh, that is freaking toasty. What I want to do actually right now is hop on the driver's side and hit the driver's side with some all-purpose cleaner and a rag. See if the driver's side here using just all-purpose cleaner is comparable to the difference it made using the steamer. Let her soak for a minute. Now let's bust out the drill brush attachment set. We got little ones, bigger ones, some tiny ones here, different coarseness and whatnot. Well, foam pads and whatnot too. Let's see if we can get that looking a little bit better. Little bolt areas and whatnot. Do a more detailed job by hitting out the brush. Yeah, I'm not trying to go too hard in the frame here or any of the components that are coated because I'm not trying to remove that, but we're gonna hit it real quick with the softer white brush and see what we got. That was really easy. Took all the labor out of it. Looking pretty good, man. I think that there is as clean as it's gonna get. I mean, it's not a perfect finish to begin with. I mean, they don't really care to make these things super pretty from the factory. Looking good, man, for a 3-year-old truck. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Now, before I do literally anything else, I need to throw the California plates on the Raptor because I paid really good money for those. And I've not put them on yet for some reason, so let's do that really quick. Throw a screwdriver on your keychain and thank me later. Man, this Raptor frame is clapped out. The front left corner was done with the all-purpose cleaner here on the front left corner, and then the front right corner was done with the steamer and nothing more than that. No chemicals, no cleaners, no nothing at all, just the steam. And I will say both kind of came out pretty much the same. The only difference is having the steamer do all the work for you, takes all the labor away from having to soak in chemicals, scrub it, and then usually you're left with a film afterwards, not in this case, but it is actually pretty much the same thing on both sides. So as you guys can see, I didn't get as detailed as the other side. That's actually one benefit to the steamer is you can kind of get it up in little corners and areas you can't really reach your rag into. That is a big perk, but overall though, it came out pretty similar. I'd say it's very close. The steam probably did a little bit better of a job. Yeah, it was a lot less work using the steam on this side. I mean, it came out amazing also, but just a lot less work. So yeah, it came out really good, and I was able to kind of get further back in the corners and whatnot in places I couldn't reach my rag into. Just a lot easier overall. So came out really nice. I still have a bit more work to do on both sides because man, it's a lot of work. Just every inch of underneath this truck is it's so much to get to. So I'll have to come back at it tonight and hit it some more off camera, take care of this tonight. But yeah, I mean, overall, dude, it came out really clean. And I feel like the frame, they don't come out perfect from the factory. That's probably as good as it'll ever look. I mean, it's clean, but it is showing a couple years of age for sure. Even when they're brand new, they don't look perfect. I do like the coating they put on these Fords though. It's a lot nicer. It's super smooth, a very paint-like finish to it. Unlike GM on my Silverado, oh my gosh. It's like pretty much a wax on the frames of the GM trucks as compared to the Ford here. You don't get that nasty, filthy, because the wax, all it does is bring in all the dirt and all the grime, and it sticks to the wax, and you touch the wax and you get it all over your hands, and it's just a whole mess. But here on the Fords, it's a whole different process. I believe it's called, I want to say it's called e-coating, and I believe, I'm not entirely positive, but I'm pretty sure it's like a powder coating type of application where they charge the frame first and all the parts that get coated in the protective layer between the frame and the stuff that corrodes it. But anyways, either way, underneath the truck here in the front end, let's go ahead and check out that skid plate, man. And it came out as good as it can. I mean, it is pretty pitted. I mean, I got all the stuff off the surface of the skid plate and the shocks and whatnot, but it's still kind of pitted on a lot of this truck, except for the frame is what came up the most. That came up looking the best. And the springs and the upper control arm here and stuff like that, but the skid plate and lower arm and whatnot all are kind of showing the worst as far as the age goes. But yeah, it kind of comes in the territory of not maintaining the underneath of your truck, which is why I make it a habit to, every time I go out, get it dirty, I am straight to the coin wash and washing it inside, outside, and underneath as well to make sure nothing bonds to the surfaces. So yeah, it was kind of a chore to get everything off, but it's still a work in progress. I am going to do more tonight, just to kind of fine tune everything down there. And I'll probably eventually have to go ahead and reshoot the side step here in like a bed liner or something like that, because I tried cleaning up the section right here and it didn't really come up too well. So it's all good. I'll take care of that. It's all about, you know, little by little, and we'll get it looking right. What I want to do is head out to the coin wash and rinse this thing off. And then I'm really curious to see if that new little handheld blower tool can blow off the entire truck in one charge. I don't know. I have faith. I'm pretty sure it can. At the same time, I don't know, because it is pretty powerful and very small. It's very small, very mighty, but that could also mean that it has a very short battery life as well, because it is so freaking powerful. So I don't know. We're gonna rinse it off and we're gonna find out and either be amazed or not be amazed. But either way, we're gonna find out. So let's roll to the car wash.
So that's why it's all timid. Wait a minute. Had a real late night, woke up with my head spinning out in Nashville. It's a mad real. I need sunglasses, I need Advil. I like fake boom.
Hey, I know you.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat.
Oh, I think it died. Oh, there we go. We're back up. And I think, yep, it's dead. So the Violent turbofan tapped out after about 7 straight minutes of use, which isn't terrible. Not great, not enough to do the entire truck for sure. But you know, for how powerful it is and how small it is, I kind of expect it not to last very long. But you know, for all the areas, like all the little intricate areas, like in your grill, all the places that drip for like 7 straight days after a car wash, the mirrors and whatnot, I think it's perfect for that. But yeah, not the entire truck. The wheels too. You wash the wheels off and then you want to blow dry those things out. I'm telling you guys, man, I could bust out a dinner right here, right now, and have me a little dinner party right there on that there frame. Boy, I'm telling you, man, it's super clean. And I love whatever Ford did to these frames to coat them. It's super smooth and it looks great too. It does not attract any, just, you know, all the grease and grime and whatnot. Definitely looks and feels nice. But yeah, man, I'm pretty happy with the results we got overall. The amount of time put into it, it wasn't a lot of time, but a few hours for sure to get into all the little areas. I still have a lot of work to do, like right up in there. I can see I got some work to do there still, but I don't know why I keep hearing people talking in the comments about, oh, Raptor owners never off-road their trucks, they're just pavement princesses, yada yada yada. I'm like, really? What now? Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'll have everything linked down below for you guys as far as what I used today, all the stuff we got from Amazon. This here is pretty cool. I like this a lot. I can find a lot of use for this package right here. And it was like 25 bucks and you get a lot of cool stuff. You get these little foam polishing pads and whatnot. You have all these brushes. Some are softer, some are more coarse. This one's softest, this one's a medium, and the yellow is the more coarse. Cone-shaped one right there, smaller one. Brushes can be used for a number of things, like, you know, getting the tire sidewall all shined up, or getting into the bed liner or that textured surface there on the steps. You can use a brush for that and whatnot to get into all of that. If you need a more aggressive, you know, way of doing something to clean something up, then that stuff is great for things like that. And then the steamer here is awesome for a number of things. Obviously you can't use steam on everything, but you know, because you know, some surfaces are going to be more fragile and delicate than others. But for what you can use a steamer on, just throw some distilled water in there, which is nice and spot free. And then just, you know, get down on whatever it is you want to get down on, you know, stuff like this or the underneath of the truck or whatever. And the wheels, back when I was detailing, oh dude, I love using it on the wheels. It would just get all that like super old cake on brake dust right off, which is awesome. So yeah, a lot of good use for this right here. Even too, like you can use it on, you know, your house and your clothes even. It has a bunch of different attachments that came with it, all these little like brush tips and stuff like that. You have a couple things you can throw on to use it in different ways. So that's pretty cool right there. So yeah, definitely a very good thing to have around. I think it was like 140, 150 bucks. So not terrible. But then we have the little blower thing right here, man. This thing's pretty cool. Not usable for the entire truck, obviously. You know, it lasts for about 7 minutes straight. Just keep it around, keep it in your center console, the glove box, whatever. I mean, it's got the USB-C charger on it, and that's the same one I use for the iPhone 15, so I can just plug it in in the truck and just charge it up whenever, you know, I want to use it for little things like getting the water out the cracks, out the mirrors, door handles, and for dusting too. You can dust out the interior. It was about 80 bucks on Amazon, so yeah, it's a ticket for sure, but you know, definitely a useful tool for sure. And then the all-purpose cleaner I use today, the Geon APC. You can use it on a lot of different things, depends on how you dilute it. Dilute it down to a 10-to-1 for interior stuff, or a 1-to-1 for more aggressive stuff. 1-to-1 combined with the brush on the sidewalls, that'd be just incredible. For stuff you can't use a high pressure hot steam on, definitely could use APC. And also too, this here, I didn't use it in the video today, but since we're on the topic of Amazon detailing stuff, this right here, dude, is the ultimate plastic and trimmer store, as it says there in the title. This stuff right here is the truth, dude. I've used a number of stuff. I used to detail cars, but that was what I did for a couple years some time ago. But yeah, dude, going through every like trimmer store, it's all makeup, dude. It comes off, it's got a low melting point, it washes off the next car wash. This stuff right here, Nate put me on it, and I used it on my Jeep. All my plastic trims, which is half the Jeep, was all clapped out. It was never maintained. It just never, no one ever took care of it, and it was all faded out. But I threw this on there and it gave it a super nice, natural, good look. That there's all I have for you guys for the most part, but I will see you guys on the next one very soon. Till then, peace.